Hello everybody, Nintendo 14 here. Welcome to the final month of the Year of Mario Kart. For this month of December in 2017, we're going to be looking at all the tracks that were brought back in Mario Kart 7, as well as the tracks that were brought from Mario Kart 7 into Mario Kart 8. This will be our substitute for playing Mario Kart 7 since I am still unable to play that game, but rest assured, the moment I have access to a 3DS capture card, we will come back to the Year of Mario Kart, so we can go back and give Mario Kart 7 a proper entry into the Year of Mario Kart. And also, for the tracks in the Grand Prix, we're going to add a little twist to it, with those twists being a couple rules that will put a little challenge into these Grand Prix. So starting off with a couple obvious rules, we're only allowed to play with the same character with the same carts. That means we're going to be sticking with the default go-kart looking pipe frame cart with for all the tracks. Next up, at the start of each race, we're going to have to start last, just so we can keep some consistency in the continuity with the races. Also, all the points that we earn in these races are cut in half, for reasons I'll explain later. And also because of our points being cut in half, if there's a decimal in the points, then we'll round up. The points will be tallied up using the current game's point system. So that means if we were to finish first in any of the first 3 Mario Kart games, then we'll only get 9 points. But if we finish first in a newer Mario Kart game, then we'll get 15. And now for the main reason why I decided to have our points cut in half. For each part, we're going to be assigning rivals. And I'll make sure that each of these rivals will be in all the races, so that way they get equal amount of points. And also throughout the Grand Prix, I'll show up the points of me and the other 3 rivals throughout the Grand Prix, just like it were a normal Grand Prix in any other Mario Kart game. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the final 4 installments of the Year of Mario Kart. We're back in Mario Kart. Hey Jack, why are you still uploading days later than what you're supposed to upload? You're supposed to upload on Thursdays. Here you are on a Friday uploading. Come on, man, get your stuff together. Get these videos up on time. Well, I'm sorry guys, this video has to go up a little bit later. But anyways, we're gonna begin things with Luigi Raceway. There's our rivals. We're gonna be playing as Bowser. I'm really keeping up with what's going on up on screen. Yeah, quite a bizarre way to cap off the Year of Mario Kart. Instead of racing on the remastered tracks in Mario Kart 7, we'll race on the oldie but still goodie tracks from the original system. So yeah, we're gonna be in correlation with the Shell Cup for Mario Kart 7, and we're gonna be racing in Luigi Raceway, which is the first track of the Shell Cup for Mario Kart 7. And we're gonna go on. We're just gonna go from here, and then after this we'll go to Bowser Castle 1 from Super Circuit, then Mushroom Gorge, then Luigi's Mansion, and then we'll cap it off with the first track to be brought back from Mario Kart 7 into Mario Kart 8, which is Music Park. That's gonna be our 5 race Grand Prix heading through on here. And so our I guess another thing I want to go ahead and go over about this Grand Prix rule. Another reason why I wanted to half my points is because our rivals, I mean, they're not running poorly right now, but they're not always running. They're not all 4 of them aren't, or all 3 of them are not going to be running up in the front all the time. So there's going to be plenty of races where our rivals are going to be finishing poorly. And if I were to not have my points, then we'd have blowout wins for all these parts. So to keep it relatively interesting, I decided to half my points, and by doing that now, there's our real guaranteed way to win all these, assuming that you know, our rivals are gonna have some bad finishes just because they're not showing that much speed. Then not only are we going to have to win races, but just hope that our rivals don't finish in the top 4 too many times, because we can, the point system that I have, we can make it so that if we win all the races, but all of our rivals finish in the top 4, then we can still lose the Grand Prix. So we just got to do whatever we can. And as you can see, even with us finishing first, Yoshi finishing second means he's 1 point ahead of us, so that means we can't let up at the very least. So We gotta win as many of these races as we can and, you know, hope for the best. So that was Luigi Raceway. We're heading on to the GBA era, going into Bowser Castle 1 from Mario Kart Super Circuits. Pretty much, this is going to be the shorter of the races that we have on the Shell Cup schedule from Mario Kart 7, because it's a small little track, and I don't think this track is designed just like it would be in Super Mario Kart. So I think this race would have been much better if it was 5 laps rather than just 3. But anyways, I probably went on about that in my Mario Kart Super Circuit section for the Year of Mario Kart way back in March. So yeah, if you guys are just now joining in on the Year of Mario Kart, well then, where have you guys been? I got a whole year full, almost a whole year full of these installments of the Year of Mario Kart that you missed out on. So yeah, if you were to watch all this binge watch it back to forth, you'd find a lot of, you know, good substance here and there. Okay, so another win and some mediocre finishes from our rivals now puts us up on top with a 4-point lead over Yoshi. And now we're gonna leapfrog all the way to relatively new era in the Mushroom Gorge from Mario Kart Wii in the 3rd race, as it shows in the top left, but that's just showing that that's the 3rd race for the Mushroom Cup for Mario Kart Wii. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show us that this is the 3rd race anyways. It's also the 3rd race for our little thing that we're doing right now. Okay, so we're gonna have to, I guess another thing I would like to bring up is we might be, with the restriction of us only being able to play as Bowser, because I chose to play as Bowser in the very first race, is that he's not always going to be pretty great in all these races, because we got Luigi's Mansion coming up right after Mushroom Gorge, and if you guys recall, heavyweights are not very kind, or Mario Kart DS is not very kind with heavyweight characters, so we're going to be struggling a lot with Bowser's Kart in Mario Kart DS's physics for Luigi's Mansion in the next race, so a lot to overcome in there. That, and we also there's some mud in Luigi's Mansion that we gotta prepare for, and you know, figure out a game plan to get all the traction we can. Anyways, enough of me talking so much about Luigi's Mansion. We're not even there yet. We're still in Mushroom Gorge, and for Bowser's standard kart here, it's for Mario Kart Wii, it's doing a-okay for us. I mean, I've spent the majority of my early times playing Mario Kart Wii by using karts because I was a kart boy. I was karts all the way. So of course I'm gonna keep on using them karts and not using the bikes. But I'm just gonna get stuck on that ledge. So that's not good, because if we finish poorly like this, then that's gonna really hurt our chances at getting good points. So, you know, despite our points being cut in half, you know, we want to get as many points as we can, because you never know what happens. Our rivals could finish well in the next race and then overtake us there. But for right now, we still finish pretty decent in 3rd, and then our rivals all finish pretty poorly. So there, we didn't really have to worry too much about the win. It would have been nice to get the extra points there, but as long as we're finishing ahead of our rivals by a firm distance, then I should care less about what happens in the top. So I gotta adjust my preview audio because I still haven't quite gotten everything in the video edited down. So yeah, what you're listening right now, this commentary, is pretty much the second to last thing that goes into this video. So I hope I wish that I never had to move the scheduled date to when these videos come out from Tuesday to Thursday. That's just me maybe just using up the extra time that I need, because I'm in life. I do have a lot of stuff to attend to. You know, like I got assignments from college, and I got my part-time job that I gotta get my hours into that. So that's really eating in a good chunk of the time that I put into making these videos. So that's the main reason why you know, uploads have been less consistent in the past few months. You know, for this, and you know why these videos aren't on Tuesdays anymore. Okay, so we got a little battle alert here. We got Mario and Yoshi up in the top 4, so we really need to defend first place here and hopefully use DK as a pick, so we can stay in front of those two of our rivals. Because if not, if DK is gonna let Mario and Yoshi go right by him, then that's extra points for them, and that's more of us that we have to overcome. Anyways, we're gonna be in the final lap here of Luigi's Mansion. It's I think because of how this kart is, and there's lack of handling and acceleration, then we're really gonna be struggling to recover from any items that we get hit by, and the section in the mud that pretty much takes away a good chunk of our speed. And so just the nature of all the stuff that you can hit on the track, and how long it takes for your top speed to get back up, you know, with the lack of acceleration that Bowser has, then this whole race we've been really just hanging on here. So we were able to hang on here with a decent lead over Mario to get maximum points here. There's my lap times. I don't want to show the the points of the actual race from the gameplay that I showed, you know, just so I avoid any confusion for you guys. But anyways, we were in really great shape. We got a 6-point buffer over Mario and Yoshi, I believe. Luigi is a couple more points back. He's gonna need a lot to happen if he wants to get back into the mix. And so we're in the final race. This is one of 4 tracks, one of 4 new tracks from Mario Kart 7 that has been brought back into Mario Kart 8. I feel it's appropriate because it's a track that was featured in Mario Kart 7. I think just to give it the right treatment, like we did with the other 4 tracks, we might as well include it. Maybe make it more epic if we had 5 races in the Grand Prix, just like the old days, way back in Super Mario Kart. Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but ever since I've been really buckling down and getting into playing Deluxe's gameplay, I've been really not great at that one turn right before the glider section through there. It's just I don't know. It's the way that your ratio of when your mini turbos charge, it's really affected in how I'm able to time out that section where I can get a lot of speed. You know, from when you angle your drift, so that way when you release your drift, you can get a huge jump, boost jump off that little. What was it? Well, we'll just call it a little mushroom bounce. So yeah, haven't been real consistent with that part. That's my worst part of. That's the worst turn for me in this entire track now. And what makes it more tragic is that, you know, I've considered Music Park to be one of my best tracks in Mario Kart 8. And for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, in that game, how it reteaches me on its drifting timing, then it's really hampered my ability to get through that turn effectively. So anyways, we're in the final lap here. Our closest rival in this race is Luigi, that is back in 3rd. Baby Rosalina is keeping him out of 2nd, as well as there's also Mario and Yoshi way back in the pack, so there's no need to worry about them making any moves to really threaten us in our Grand Prix run with all these challenges. I'd also like to keep in mind, before we win this race, we're playing Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and normally I'd have the gamepad footage, but I think just Just for this once, I'm not gonna have the gamepad footage in there. All right, so that's our 4th win of this video. That is plenty good enough for us to clinch. Now I'll do her. We win by 8 points over Mario. Luigi and Yoshi rounding out the top 4 in the rivalry chart. That's gonna do her for the first part of the Tracks of Mario Kart 7. Tune in next week as we're going to be going over the second wave by going over all the tracks that were featured in Mario Kart 7's Banana Cup, and go over another track from Mario Kart 7 that was brought back into Mario Kart 8. Till then, I'll see you guys later.